products business. Now, this lean startup method, this allows organizations to launch new digital products or services in environment with high uncertainty. This is an approach which was actually coined by Eric Ries to build companies and launch products quicker and in the line with the customer's need. It eliminates long development and time and the large amount that is involved in funding of the project. Now, what as already discussed is that whenever something you are thinking, you are presuming something that you are going to make a product or a service, and then what you're doing is you are thinking that it's going to be absolutely foolproof and it is going to suffice to take all the meet the customer requirements. Your customers would be absolutely by thinking in your line only. But believe me, what actually happens is when you're doing all this thing, it might be that the customer whom you're targeting may be wanting some other service altogether. Maybe he or she is not liking the way you're presenting. If it's a digital thing, maybe it's some app or maybe an online product or something like that. And in that case, maybe he doesn't like your color combinations. Maybe he doesn't like your layout, the flow of things. So there's so many things. So what this methodology does is you are trying to make a product or a service. And we are calling it as the minimum viable product. You're not putting all features into it. And then you're targeting to some people and you're taking their feedbacks and then you are trying to incorporate it. Basically, what you're doing is companies take this methodology, and in this they decide whether this product is going to continue or it's going to need some tweaking, or you have to just leave it off. So what they're basically doing, it includes a building of the thing, then you're measuring, then you're learning out of it, you're making a feedback, and then you're putting it back to a loop. So the lean startup approach actually is shortening your product development life cycle, and it is also building the product that meet the customer requirements. So this is more scientific. It's validating the learning being created. And an example which would actually be very good for you to know as to what a lean lean product is, like services, is Amazon is one of the most one which everybody knows. This is a minimum. It was the most successful minimum viable product that has been there. Okay, and so I think I've taken a lot of time, and I would not take any further time. Won't keep you waiting. So without further ado, I would request Professor Paul to take on and actually explain you in detail what exactly this process is. Thank you to all of you, and a happy learning to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights on this topic. And hence, I would request Professor Ashok Kumar Paul to please take over from here and share his knowledge with us. Okay. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Dear faculty members, IIC council members, and dear students. See, today my topic is that is the lean startup. See, I'll give mostly the practical examples. I'll give mostly the practical examples, and by which a student or any practicing engineer, they can also earn something extra if they open a startup. So I'll tell you the various ways, and all the ways, many things I have experimented in my life, many things. So I'll share mostly those experiences. Actually, the entrepreneurship, it is not that, okay, it has come during COVID time or because of the AICTE pressure we are doing. It is not that. That entrepreneurship, this concept is there from the beginning, from the time when the industry revolution has started. From that time, I'll give some example. Like, I worked in mostly the steel plants. So our Bhilai steel plant was made by Russia, Russians, and all the components, all the electronics, electrical, mechanical item we used to get from Russia. Now there was disturbance in Russia. Okay, sometimes in 1990s. After that, they stopped giving the spare parts. But before the disturbance, we knew that Russia will not give the spare parts for the steel plant. So before all those things, some of our employees, they thought that they will take the design what is existing, they will modify the design, and they will start fabricating that, and they will sell it to all the steel plant whatever is made by Russians. So they have used and they have done some innovation using the latest technology, because see, suppose that technology has been provided in 1970, and now the problem has come in 1990. So by these 20 years in the electronics and electrical side, lot of technology development has taken place. So using those new development, some new design has been made using proper design thinking, and based on those design, the ancillary has been developed. Ancillary, and they used to do lot of business. In fact, lot of business means some people they left the government job, in the public service job, and they went for this sort of business, and they were earning heavily. And initially, I'll tell the story. Initially, when they started, nobody having any capital, or very less amount of capital will be there. So they will design some product which cost is very less, which fabrication is easier, but it will serve the purpose of the customer. So the product will have less features, but its main feature is to serve the customer. So it was satisfying the main features, and the customer is to get their job done. And those people who have who are partially working for entrepreneurship, they used to get lot of, they used to earn lot of money. So this I am experiencing from 1979. Lot of people they used to do this sort of job. So this lean startup means basically, say suppose a faculty entrepreneur or a student entrepreneur, they will not be having much capital, and they cannot make first time a very good product. So their product will be not, product will fit the market, but it is not the best product. But majority of the customer will take that product. So if we can go by that way, if we can use that product, and if the customers get satisfied, or if it is going to some plant, if it is giving to some plant where their purposes are served, then obviously they will buy. I'll give an example. Sometimes on May 17th, we went to visit Tala Tank. There we have found out some very obsolete equipment they are working, and they say that nobody is manufacturing this sort of equipment. So if somebody can manufacture, then it will be utilized. So we got the idea. So some of our friends, some of our colleagues, some of our students, they planned that okay, something they will make. And by that way, the lean startups develop. And one has to be inclined, inclined to do this job. Now let me tell that okay, that I can see many of our student and faculty members are there. So I'll show a slide. I'll show a slide like how, what are the steps from idea to entrepreneurship. Is my slide visible?
No, sir, not yet.
Not yet, no? Not yet. Just one. Just one. Just one. Just one. Just one. It will come.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. See,
Yes.
let me tell that what are
Sir,
the
can you please put it on PPT mode? I mean,
yeah
presentation mode.
slide show mode. Yes.
Yeah, slide mode. Yeah.
Yeah. Slide show mode. Yes.
In the meantime, I mean, Pallavi, you can take a screenshot right now, if you possible, with the number of the participants.
Okay. So topic is lean startup and minimum viable product. So I'll discuss on that topic. So I'll come to the main clue, and after this, let the session be interactive. Okay, then only the knowledge flow will be there. See, I have shown a bicycle. I have shown a bicycle. Can any student or any faculty likely to say what are the basic drawbacks of this electric bicycle? This electric bicycle, this is a battery. Can you tell what modification we can do so that this product will be fitted to the market? Anybody like to interact? Anybody like to tell something about this? Okay, you look, is a bicycle is visible?
You can put up your answers in the question and answer box, in the chat box.
No. Just a moment. Just a moment. You are okay. See, there is okay. I'm not able to. Okay, let me tell. Let me tell. See, there is see that mud guard is not there. Carrier is not there in that bicycle. Okay, these are the basic two drawbacks, but it has got some advantage. Okay, say suppose somebody wants to make a product with minimum thing and minimum weight of the bicycle with minimum steel amount, minimum steel component. So this product will fit there. This product will fit there. Okay, that somebody has mentioned that yes, that is very good. Somebody has mentioned that yes, it doesn't have a carrier. So like that. So that means, but this product, if it is a single rider, it serves its purpose and cost is little bit less. Cost is little bit less because once you put 2%, all these things, all the strength has to be more, the vehicle weight will be more. Okay, but depending on the person's need, we can we can apply this. We can apply this vehicle depending on the person's need. Now, let's see. Suppose I'll tell you some idea from where you can get some fund. Say, suppose if you are, okay, I was talking over here. If we have got a innovative idea, if you have got a innovative idea, then first you have to make a prototype. First thing you have to make a prototype so that people believe that yes, you are capable of designing. You have to make a prototype bicycle. Then you have to give it to some industry or some people so that to use it, and they will give the feedback. Like if this bicycle is having this facility, then they will be using it more. So that is the industrial user feedback. Now, based on that feedback, you have to redesign the. Then you know that okay, this bicycle, this electric bicycle is having lot of use, and there are customers in the society. Then you go for IPR filing. Okay, you file the patent because you have done the design, and that design is used by the industry or the society, and it is applicable, and it is solving a people's purpose. It should solve some people's purpose. Like bicycle, if it is solving people's purpose, then it is good. So you have done the IPR filing. Then you have to see the market study because you have done the prototype. You have to see in your locality how many such electric bicycle you require. Okay, in your locality, it may be 10 in a month, or it may be 100 in a month. Because after once you have done the market study, then only you can plan for mass production. So after market study and you have got the feedback, you make some sample production. You make some sample production, find out how to, what are the machinery required, and as per that sample production, then you at this stage, after the market study, you have to go for the funding agency. After the market study, because you do not have the capital, initially we assume that you do not have the capital, so you have to borrow the capital from some angel investor or some venture capitalist, okay, who can fund you. And why they will fund you? They know that if you are doing the business, you will be earning a lot, and they will also get good return of their money. So you can always go for the, you can on the outside funding. Now you can do the market study, sample production. Then after the sample products are sold in the market, then again you get the feedback. and you do design improvement. This has to be continuous, because see, time to time people's design changes, and a bicycle, say suppose the person who has written that okay, I want a carrier also, so that two persons can ride. It may happen that somebody who will feel that no, he alone will ride, so it should be simpler. So depending on the market or depending on the situation, your product will fit into the market. Now I'll ask you, I'll tell you, just a moment. What are the facility you mean how, if your innovative idea, how you can get money? Okay, although our session is for lean startup, but for lean startup also you require some money. Then only you can write the business, then only you can form the business. So I'll tell you here what are the innovative, how to get the money from market. First, innovative idea among the student, faculty member, or any person in the society. There are a lot of innovative ideas. So all the students should work in a college lab or any nearby institute lab or in incubation center. Okay, there are incubation center of TIU also, so you can work in that incubation center of TIU. And incubation center will provide all the necessary facility for fabricating the sample production. Then once you make a model of that, or if you are making some other thing, you make a process flowchart. Once you have made the model, then use any workshop nearby or any college workshop to fabricate that item. Okay, in the laboratory, you have made a laboratory scale design, then you have to fabricate this and make a total product. And once you have made a sample product, then you can get, there are some funding agency. Okay, this is Department of Science and Technology. Under that, Science and Engineering Research Board. Okay, normally they can help. They help you to get the fund. Okay, if your product is very good and if you apply for funding, they may give you fund. They may give you fund. And you have to join in various competitions like Smart India Hackathon, TechGM competition organized by L&T, or any competition organized by MHR. You have to join all those competitions. Then if you are joining all these competitions, your product will be visible, and some angel investor or somebody may like that, okay, we will fund him and we will try to help assist him by providing money so that he can build the product. Then side by side, you have to identify the potential user in your society. You have to find out what are the potential user and your product, how much it is fitting in the market. So once all these are done, and if you are serious, it is most likely that you can get some DST fund or ACRB fund. Okay, if somebody is interested, any student is interested for DST funding or ACRB funding, we will be glad to write his proposal, to write his project, and we will tell you how to apply for this, how to apply for this funding. Okay, up to this, is it clear? Any student like to ask any question about all those? Any student or any faculty member like to ask any question?
Yes, please, you can put up your any queries or any questions that you have in your
Chat box,
chat box.
Chat box, or if you want to say, then I can give you the talking permission. Okay, if some student want to talk, okay, I can give you the talking permission. If somebody raise hand or somebody wants to talk,
Absolutely.
Any student wants to talk.
Feel free to ask any queries that you have.
Any query till that, because it should be interactive. It should not be that okay, only I'll tell, then after that you'll forget. It should not be like that. It should be interactive. So any student wants to talk, we can give him permission to talk, and you can talk, you can ask your doubt about the funding procedure, whatever.
Someone has raised a question that how to make a patent for a product.
Okay, how to, okay, that can I know your name? Name is not written. It is written anonymous attendee. Okay, I'll tell you how to make the product patent. Okay, I'll answer this question.
And also, sir, few people have raised their hands. Satya Verma.
Okay. Can you give permission or shall I give permission?
Sir,
Okay, first let me tell Let me
Yes,
tell how to make the patent. See,
sure.
first criteria for the patent is that you should have a product, and product should be used in the industry or in the society. Okay, the first criteria is that product should be used in the industry and or in the society, like electric bicycle, that is a product. So product should be used in the society, and a group of people should say that yes, this product is useful. Product is useful, and if it is in industry, it should serve some purpose, or if it is in a society, it should serve some purpose. Then you can write the patent application. For patent application at TIU, we are having a IP clinic. Okay, if you if you apply, then we will allot you a time slot. We will tell you how to write. You yourself can write the major things, and then remaining modification are things that we will write. After that, we can assist you to file your patent. Is it clear? Am I clear that how to make the patent? Okay, and if you are a TIU student, you can always meet me. Okay, let me see who raised the hand.
Yes, Satyam Verma, sir.
Okay. Just a minute.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, his question is already answered.
Yes, sir.
Question is already answered. So anybody else like to talk anything? Okay, doesn't. Okay.
So Satyam Verma has put up his question that major problem is that on which basis we gonna judge that our product is good for the people because it is different for different region.
Okay, no. This entrepreneurship, it has to be as per the region wise. I'll give some example. That what is region wise innovation. Because see, all these things, like product will vary from person to person and depending on their economic background or their social status. Like a electric bicycle. Okay, if it is a high society, nobody will buy. They may go for electric car, isn't it? But if it is suppose if a normal, say a vegetable seller who has to bring his vehicle with the material, with the vegetables for around 20 kilometers. Now, if he is having a electric van, then he can come faster. And electric van, it should not be petrol driven. Then his running cost is very high. So a vegetable seller, he will try to go for the electric vehicle with solar charging, so that his running cost is very less. Okay, but this vehicle should be sold in a place where there is a big vegetable market in a village side. Okay, so that product fit will depends on the type of customer. It depends. You have to first do the customer study, like what sort of customer you want to orient, so that your product is sold. And there are a lot of there'll be lot of people who still now sell vegetable by a hand which is diesel driven, So if we can make it electric driven, and if the facility is provided for solar panel charging, solar power charging of that battery, then their running cost will be very less, and they can do. So your product has to fit in that market. Am I clear?
Sir, also Mr. Ali has put up a question that can we have a mobile app as a patent?
No,
Like
no.
talked
Mobile
about
app,
physical patent like bicycles. So
no.
similarly,
Mobile app cannot be a patent, because see, because a first mobile app is an art. It will be a copyright. Mobile app, it can be a copyright, because there you have written some program. Okay, and based on that program, some functions is going on, some functions is working, like it is a part of computer program. It is a part of computer program, okay, or a microcontroller program. So it cannot have a patent. Okay, for patent, I'll show you the criteria for patent. For patent, it has to be there has to be some industrial use. Okay, industrial use, and of course you can say the mobile is having a social use, but there has to be a hardware. There had and okay, and there is another question: can you have a patent for a website? No, we cannot have a patent for a website. We cannot have
in that situation, sir, I guess they can go for the copyright thing, but not patent.
Not patent. You can go for a copyright thing, and of course that product design is yours. product design is your, okay, you can design the product, you can sell in the market, nobody will copy your things. Okay, but you cannot go for a patent. You cannot go for a patent. Okay, is this all right? Is this clear? It is good. It is good that you are clarifying all those things. Okay,
Absolutely.
I'll tell at the end what is the criteria for patent. What is the criteria? Okay.
Yes, sir. That would be great, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll tell. Now there is another question that as an entrepreneur, we have to solve that daily problem that people are facing in the life. Yes, if you can solve a daily problem, that is very good. Then your customer base is very high. Okay, but you have to tell what is that problem and how many people in your society. Like if you make a product, how many you can make in a month, or from there you have to find out your cost economics. You have to cost your economics. Okay, it clear? Hello,
Yes, sir. I guess that was pretty much clear, sir.
is it clear?
Yeah, you
So
can just continue putting up
you
your
can have.
questions.
So I wrote here, okay, that we stopped here, that
Yes.
that work on the product market fit. Then number 9 is work out what machinery you need to produce. Okay, you have to work out what machinery you need to produce it. Find out the production cost per unit, because see, all these things is for economics. Okay, entrepreneurship is that is okay. You are earning your money and you are giving employment to others. So you have to find out what is the production cost, and it is always advisable you consult an economist to get the per unit cost, and what should be your minimum unit you have to produce to get to have your payback period of 3 years. Because whatever technology you have developed, that will not have life. It is expected it will have a life of 3 years only. Okay. After that, if it is in electronic side, normally you have seen the mobile phone. Every 6 months, the mobile design changes. So whatever idea you are working, it has to be cleared. I mean, you have to earn from there within 3 years. Then you have to identify a person who is a venture capital funding or an angel investor for large production. Make a team. You have to make a team who are complement to each other. Complement to each other means, see, in a team, it should not be that okay, there is a team of 4 engineers and all are from electrical. So then that is not a good team. That's why our ESG project, we take somebody from electrical, somebody from MBA student, okay, somebody from other discipline, some computer application. Okay, every team has to be a multidisciplinary in nature. Okay, so make a team, take a economist, take a commerce person. Okay, you can have a chartered accountant also. Because once you are registering a company, you have to, there are a lot of, if it is a limited liability company, then there are a lot of things one has to understand. Okay, simply opening the company suddenly will not help. Okay, so all these things you have to learn. Then only it is advisable to go for entrepreneurship. Because we should jump into a situation, but we have to come out from all those things. And you can develop a network through Facebook or LinkedIn for technological support. Suppose you got stuck somewhere, so you have to find out that okay, how to come out from there. And user's interface is always advisable. Okay, that user interface is user interface is always advisable. Now I'll tell you what are the difficulty, because maybe for last 40 years, okay, I help in our in our society people. If somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, okay, okay, somebody wants to become, or somebody wants to run a small business, then I assist many people. So I'll tell you my practical view. See, as I gave the example of Village Steel Plant, where the Russian-made sensors was replaced by Indian-made sensor with modified electronics, and there are a lot of company they opened. Okay, lot of company they opened, but in electronic side, the situation, that the design and the requirement changes frequently. Okay, so and moreover, the major problem what I faced, okay, I should share all those things with the people who are planning for go for entrepreneurship. See, first is there is no sustained need in the market. Whatever you think, it is not that every time your market will be huge. Market will collapse after few days, and new product will come. Somebody else will make the new product. Social requirements are changing. Social, like say, I'll give one example, like for earlier days means in 1980s. Okay, we used to have magnetic tape recorder for sound recording. After that, that magnetic disc recorder, okay, that VCR we call. But now recording is done by solid state drive. So the technology is changing. So if the people who have purchased VCR, your life was only for 4 or 5 years. You look at our telephone industry. Telephone industry earlier the handset, okay, very fast it has been replaced by mobile. Mobile also very fast is replacing by many other things. So there is no sustained need in the market. And even if you design something, you cannot get sustained order. The reason is, suppose somebody likes the product, he may give the order, but after few days he may not be there. He may get transferred to some other unit. So you will not get the sustained order. And most of the company they fails because they run out of cash. And if you are running out of cash, bank will not give you loan unless you are having some property. Okay, so always it is that many student or faculty who have opened, they run out of cash. Now in our institute, we face one difficulty. In our institute, Techno India, the student normally stays in college 3 to 4 years. So the prototyping is difficult. So mean by the time in third year and fourth year, when they made the prototype, after they pass out and they will join somewhere else. So the item is not getting continued. So we need to form the alumni association so that the student after they pass, they should come to our institute and work further in their off time. Maybe on Saturday, Sunday they can work. Then only a product will come, and that will be their extra income. Short life technology, I have discussed that VCR technology. Then in a small company, quality control is not adequate. Quality control is inadequate. So quality will not be that good. So the product will fail, but still people are feeling that okay, it is a new product, so they may get. Now, lack of idea of taxation. This I told that once you have made a company, if you do not have the idea of taxation, then suddenly there will be huge tax burden. Okay, so one has to know that first 3 years, if you are selling this much amount, this is the tax. So you should always consult a chartered accountant or an economist or a commercial person. Then another difficulty is normally the government sector or public sector units, they do not buy from small companies. If you are making a product, first they will not buy because they want to buy something reputed so that they get continuous supply of that. So they do not buy from the small company. So even if you have opened a lean startup company, the public sectors, they will not buy your product. Then proper team formation is not there. That team members should be complementing each other knowledge. Like as I gave example, say suppose one electrical engineer, one system engineer, one computer engineer, one commerce person, one chartered accountant, they will be the proper person. They will be the proper team. And normally we don't work. Normally, it is not that all the time. We don't work in a multidisciplinary way because normally we also feel comfort in our ESD project. We find that if the project team is from the same department, they will make their PPT very well. But making PPT is not at all required. You have to make a product and you should have a business plan. But normally we also insist for a PowerPoint presentation, so student will present and we feel something has been done. So that is correct approach is we should encourage the student to make some product, think for some product, and it is not that everybody should make. Okay, those who are interested only they can make.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, if you allow, can we take a question answer session?
Yes. Question answer
So
always.
someone has put that in this area, customer feedback is one of the biggest part.
Yeah.
But when it is when it comes into negative feedback, how we tackle or respond to negative feedback?
Okay, the customer has told that these are the basic drawbacks of your product. Okay, then we have to improve our design. Okay, you have to talk to that customer. Okay, and show that, okay, this is my new design, whether it serves his purpose. Okay, and this has to be done by the iterative method. It is not that half an hour telephonic talk will solve the customer problem. It is not that. See, nowadays you will find, even that Aquaguard or any other water supply company, they takes your feedback time to time, so that they go for the any RO, any RO making machinery. So those people, they always take your feedback, and time to time they take your feedback that what difficulty you are facing with this RO machine for water. Now we also give the feedback, and based on that feedback, they continuously upgrade, like a product like washing machine. Okay, or product like washing machine. So earlier washing machine in 1990s, it was very simple. Nowadays you see, if you take a Samsung washing machine with AI based technology, okay, like it can sense how much dirty is your shirt, and accordingly everything is adjusted. So these are the product modification. So any negative feedback means, it is that means the customer is giving us an opportunity to work. Customer is giving us an opportunity to work. So negative feedback is also a very good thing. Negative feedback is also a good thing. Is it clear?
That was really a valuable
Surade,
insight. Yes, sir.
Surade, is it clear? Now I'll give you some product. I'll give you some product which I tried. Okay, along with some student, faculty member, or anybody in the society. Like nowadays, this product will fit maximum lithium ion battery for Toto vehicle instead of lead acid battery. Actually, all the Toto vehicle now runs on the lead acid battery. Now, with the lead acid battery, limitation is the charge holding time. If they run, it will be 7 to 8 hours. But if we go for the lithium ion battery, they can run for 16 hours. So suppose in a small family, one Toto vehicle is there. One father and son, they are having a Toto vehicle. So what they can do, from early morning to maybe 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, one of the family member will drive that Toto, and next up, another family member will drive that Toto, and there is no charging time required. So with that vehicle, they can earn more money, but initial investment is more. Lithium-ion battery cost is more, but it has got several machines. Okay, I have got several papers, not papers, several experience with lithium-ion battery. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at, see, this is a lithium-ion battery, and if you can make the lithium-ion battery, and this is a welding machine, by connecting few batteries in series and parallel, you can make the desired lithium-ion battery. So if you are buying small lithium-ion battery from China, say 1,000 pieces, and making the battery for the Toto vehicle in your society, and if you allow the Toto vehicle to pay the money in installment, then there is a huge, that is the maximum opportunity now. Then another opportunity is solar panel based inverter. Okay, in every house, in the rooftop solar panel, if you install, and if and buy, and if you have an inverter, if your house is 50% of your house is run by that, then at least your 50% electric bill is saved. It is not only your money is saved, pollution is controlled. Okay, lot of advantage, lot of, that is the fossil fuel is saved. Okay, mobile app application for waste management. See, I have guided many ESD projects for the student. What that app, what it does is that they will collect the extra food from a big hotel, extra food. Okay, like in our opposite to TIU, there is a canteen where there is a huge shelf in the lunchtime, and normally all the waste they throw it in the, like in the tunnel, in the drain. They put it in the drain. By that way, what is happening? That drain is getting jammed, and in the rainy season, we are suffering. But what is to be done for that? See, that is a very simple thing. Many of our students have done that app. have done that app and they are working on that. See, what they will do is a team, they will collect, they will know which shop is having how much food waste. So they will collect all the food waste in a small van and they will give it to the fishery. Fishery, they are ready to buy this one. So all the waste food they will buy, the fishery will buy, and the person by that way the food what was getting wasted and they are putting in the drain. So now drain will not be jammed and the food will be used for the fish. Okay, that fish later on people can take. So by that way, it is a waste management. It is our cleaning our drain and it is useful for the society. It is used for the all the animal all the fishes. Okay, so so this is one application where many people are getting served. Electric bicycle, I've given you an example. Artificial hand or artificial leg for 3D printing. Here, customers are less. Okay, like say somebody hand got broken. Okay, so they can use artificial hand. In fact, one of our students has made this artificial hand. If anybody wants to see, they can come to my room and I'll show you that artificial hand and you'll be motivated. And by that way, I mean, if you are having some orthopedic doctor and get the references, like who all wants the artificial hand and artificial leg, so you can sell your product there. It is not a mass scale production, but it is customer fit. Okay, depending on the person's need or depending on the person's size, you can make the artificial hand and artificial leg. Now there are something which I tried. Okay, I tried means I tried to, wherever I used to work in that society, all the students after they pass out, when they are not employed. So some in 1990s, I told them to make 7-segment display and sell it to railway. So that all the railway clocks or railway the display board, like this train is a slow train, this train is a fast train. So these things were tried by small entrepreneur by innovative design. Same thing with the improved version. Okay, this was with 7-segment display, but this was with dot matrix display. So later quality will be very good. The microcontroller based equipment. Then in 1990, we opened a CAD center. The first AutoCAD came in 1987. And that time I was working in Steel Authority India Limited Research and Development Center. So in Jharkhand, AutoCAD package came to our institute first. Okay, and we learned the AutoCAD by trial and error method. And this AutoCAD we taught to many students who have just done graduate in any subject. And I told them that okay, we arranged some funding for them, and they purchased computer in 1987-88, and they were making drawing. They were making drawing, and that time this A0 and A1 size plotter was also not available. It was very costly. Okay, but they used to make A4 size and A3 size drawing and get it and do it and make some drawing and earn money. So many of our girl students who had passed this during that time in 1990, they learned CAD, AutoCAD, and they were earning money. Fishery is one important business. Okay. In fact, I myself have also worked on fishery. And one can do the RO equipment for drinking water for village using solar power plant, solar power. Okay, using solar power in a village where there is no electric power, you can make the reverse osmosis based equipment for drinking water. This will be a good social service and you can earn. Bicycle industry, there is no bicycle industry in our state. Okay, so this is very much required. This is very much required that bicycle in our state. So if somebody makes a bicycle industry, it will be very useful. Okay, now let us see. There are some queries. There are some questions.
Yes, sir. There are some questions, sir. So Jyotirmoy Dev has put up a question, a very interesting question. Sir, is degree required for an entrepreneur?
No, degree is not required. Even if you pass, you should for entrepreneur, you should know at least the addition subtraction. Okay, only that. Because finally you are owning a company, so at least some banking and other thing that you should be able to. Okay, at least I feel that okay, even if you are class 8 pass, you can make you can make a good entrepreneur. You can become a good entrepreneur. I'll give some example. Jyotirmoy. Hello, Jyotirmoy. Okay. See, once you can come with me to Chandni Chowk market, the persons who repair very complicated electronics, okay, they are not even graduate, okay, but they repair very complicated electronics. And I also got surprised that, okay, how they are repairing. Could you get Jyotirmoy? Is it clear? Okay, Himanshu Pan is our MTech student. He has just passed MTech. He is working. Okay. So how to start up a service business? Okay. Now for service business, first you have to open a limited liability company. And I'll tell you, if you are employed somewhere, it is advisable that you don't make a limited liability company in your name. But as far as the recent education policy, if you are a faculty member, you can spend 20% of your time. It is AICT rule. You can make 20%, you can keep 20% of your time for entrepreneurship development. Okay. This is as per the new education policy. So, but it is advisable if you are working, say at TIU or any other places, then you can open a limited liability company in somebody else's name, maybe your wife's name, or if you're a girlfriend, your husband's name, if he's not working, or somebody else's name. Okay, it should not be in your name. Then taxation will be more. Okay, all these things, if those who are interested, I can discuss with them in detail. So, those who are in the paying income tax and they are in the high income range group, for them, if you are opening an entrepreneurship, then your earnings are much more. Okay, then already your 30% money again you will go to the income tax after 3 years. Okay, first 3 years it is a starting company, so there will be no taxes. But after 3rd year, once you have developed your business, there will be huge income tax. Okay, so what I'll do is, since Himanshu Pani is having a lot of questions, I'll give permission to it. Okay, so to some student, maybe Himanshu Pan, and let's see if he asks whether his answers are clear. Okay, Himanshu Pan, you can talk now. You can. Hello, Himanshu Pan.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. See,
Yes,
see,
sir.
you can ask your question now. You can ask your question whether
What are the,
it's.
yes, sir.
Yes.
What are the priorities for service business? What are the priorities to be taken care while start up a service business?
Okay. See, priority is whatever is your innovative idea, on that you have to find out that your idea fits in the market. Okay, whether your idea fits in the market. If there is a market demand, you can do any business. If there is a market demand, then you can do any business. Okay.
Thank you.
And
Thank
there
you.
are a lot of ways. See, you can open a company in your brother's name, or if you're in your wife, anybody's name. Okay, he will be the owner, and you cannot be a CEO of that company, but you will be their technical advisor. You will be the technical advisor to the company, and you run the business. Okay, somebody else, because you are full-time working somewhere. So it is. If the company is in your name, then there will be huge taxation. So your entrepreneurship will not give you much of economic benefit to you, but there are other indirect benefits. You are generating employment for the society. Okay, you can recruit so many students. So that is also a social job. It is not that you should always think for your own job. Is it clear, Mr. Himanshu?
Right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So is it clear?
Clear, sir. Clear. Yes.
So I'll show one slide. Okay, this is for the motivation. It is nothing to do with lean startup. Okay, it is something like we are in this earth, we are in this physical world. Okay, we are in this physical order. You can assume there are 4 type of things. One is the human order, like we are human. There are physical order, like soil material, bio order, like plants, trees, and animal order, animals, birds, fishes. Now, everybody is complementary. Like soil and metals, physical order, they are giving something to bio-order, and bio-order is giving something to them. Isn't it? Because a plant or a tree cannot stand without soil, water, and the physical. Similarly, animal also, they take something from the bio-order, and animal gives something to the bio-order. So they are complement. Like a elephant take lot of, trees, but they are very healthy and very sturdy. They have got good strength. So mean that an elephant and trees, they are complementing each other, isn't it? But you think of the human order, we are always taking everything. We are taking the metals, extracting metals and using it for a purpose. We are extracting, we are cutting the trees and using as a fuel or making road. We are killing the animal, but we are not giving anything. You think of, are we giving anything to the soil? No. Are we giving anything to the biosphere? We are not giving anything to the animal. Rather, we are killing the animal and for the benefit of ourselves. So it is always advisable. It is always the human being also should fulfill the mutual fulfillment. For all the order, we should also do the mutual. You can think of this slide, those who are interested. So you should always think how you can serve society. Society means not only human being, how you can conserve soil, how you can conserve coal, okay, all these metal, physical order, how you can conserve plants and trees, okay, only what is required, you should take that much, okay, how you should conserve the animals, okay, so we should think of that, and based on that, if you design a project or if you design something, it will give you a long run benefit. Our society will be benefited by your thing. So this is the fundamental thing by which we are mutually completing each other and we are preserving our mother earth. Now let me conclude. So we have to enhance the creativity and innovation among the students. That is the first thing. Teaching method should give more emphasis on creating as per the Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, our assignment, I think, should not be just like that. It should be creative and growing entrepreneurship quality in a systematic way among the student and faculty members. It should not be like that. ठीक है भाई, PhD project करो. Okay, ऐसा बोलने से there will be nothing. There has to be a systematic way to run to how to become an entrepreneur. This itself is a course. Okay, and think of generating employment rather than seeking a job. Like the student, if they feel that okay, I should get job, okay, any software company, IT company, because that work is very safe. So instead of that, we should think of generating employment. Think positive. You have to think positive. Nothing should, you should not feel that अरे तुमसे कुछ नहीं, हमसे कुछ नहीं होगा, or I cannot be an entrepreneur. You have to think positive that yes, you are the right person to be entrepreneur. Keep yourself self-motivated and try to do something of yourself. Do not just idle your time. Think proactively for social benefit. You have to proactively think for the society and practicing good habit. Like you should always practice good habit. What I told, that universally accepted thing. Okay, this is the good habit. If you can maintain the physical order, bio order, animal order in our earth, then that is a good. So this is my conclusion. Now, if there is any question or thing, I can say one thing, like the student who have asked for patent, they can always consult me. Okay, I'm sitting down in fifth floor, okay, fifth floor electrical department. You can always, those who are having questions, they can always come and meet me. And if you are having some idea, if you want to write any DST project, we are there to assist you and for any other help.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for such an insightful and thought-provoking session. And sir, there are some few more questions, I guess.
Yeah, I'll tell.
Can kindly answer. Yes, sir. So one of these question is, what are the things a fresher or a newly entrepreneur should not do?
There are many things. There are many things. First is, first thing is, you should have a proper market study. Okay, without that, you should not run into a business. First is, you should have a proper market study, and then find out if you are producing something, how you can produce that one. Okay, how you can order the machine required. You should have a thorough project write-up. And for there are some questionnaire. If you write your answer for that question, then you yourself will think. Apparently, it will feel that okay, you can become an entrepreneur, but you should not depend on our luck factor. Rather, we should depend on our confidence factor. Confidence factor means you should have a thorough knowledge, try to acquire the knowledge, learn the things, okay, and take the multidisciplinary people in your team. Then you should start that. Okay, those who are interested, I told that okay, that they can meet me, or we can have separate session on how to start and or how to open a startup. Okay, I'll give some clues. I'll give some clues for this one. I'll give some clues that okay for making an entrepreneur.
I really feel so many students are interested, and that
Yeah,
would be
those who are
really nice if
interested.
we can go for some kind of session like this. The last question is from Jyotirmoy.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
an engineer earns more than a mechanic, but mechanic has more practical experience than an engineer. And also work duration of a mechanic is also more. My
Okay,
question is
see,
money is equal to knowledge or hard work?
yeah. See, let us see. Initially, your focus will be on hard work in a focused way. Your focus should be in a hard work, okay, in a limited range. Like in this range, I'll make a product. All right. And then money will automatically come. Money will automatically come. So, firstly, you should have your proper engineering, okay, proper project write-up. Proper project write-up, okay, that I'll tell how to write up, how to write a project, prepare a document yourself, then you yourself will know where you are lagging. And once you know the project write up and once you have started it, money will come after 3 to 4 years. Okay, money will, and there is an important quote. There is an important quote. See, it is not that knowledge is proportional to the number of classes you attend. At PI. There is important saying. It is written in many places. It is written like this. Yotirma, please listen. That the statement is like this: that you have done all the lab work in your third year, second year, third year, fourth year. You have submitted all assignments. You have scored more than 90% mark, and you have and that's why you could join in Microsoft and getting high salary. Okay, up to this is the statement clear, students. Up to this is the statement clear. The next line is that I was not attending any class. Very few class I have attended, and I was not doing all assignment, but I used to think more, and I have become the owner of Microsoft. Is the saying could you get? Hello, student. Could you get the saying? So important thing is your innovative quality should enhance. By studying and by doing that, your innovative quality should enhance. And later on, I may take another session how the student can enhance their innovative quality. That itself is a subject. It cannot be that suddenly we tell that figure you become innovative. It's not like that. There are a lot of things. One has to be innovative right from his or her childhood. Okay, and that has to be started from the school. Then only your innovativeness will come, and only when you are innovative, then only you can become entrepreneur. Because entrepreneur is not a ordinary business. Okay, it is not a wholesale market like you buy something from Borobajar and sell it in the local market. That is not a entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is something by your creation.
Yes, absolutely, sir. And I feel they have resources, they just need to come up.
Yeah, they need to come up and okay, I know that okay, that student I told that okay, whoever wants, they can.
Sir is
They
always
can.
there, sir is always available. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
can.
always available. Okay.
Any more queries or questions that you have, feel free to ask, because we are coming to the end of the session. So yeah, you can just drop your question in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand. Also, sir, just a small query. I
Yeah.
guess there is a big confusion between these three terms, that is trademark, copyright, and patent. If you can give a very brief idea of how these are different from each other, I guess these are the questions that remains in the student's mind, and
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
not
Okay,
actually
okay,
very
okay, okay.
clear.
Okay, I'm sharing. Let me see whether I'm having that slide.
Yes, sir.
If I'm having that slide, then it will be better.
And one more question that has come up, sir, how to think like an entrepreneur. So, sir has already told that maybe later on, sir can take a session how
Yeah.
to, yeah, increase your innovativeness.
Just one. I'm seeing whether I'm having. Okay,
Yes,
that
sir.
trademark. I think there is a slide. I will have to get that.
Absolutely.
I'll have to get that. Just 1 minute. You give me.
Till then, if you have any doubts, any more queries, just put it up in the question and answer box.
See, is my slide visible?
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir.
Okay. So here I've told that, okay, somebody asked that what is the criteria to be patented? What is the criteria? So these are the three criteria. If all are satisfied, then only it is patentable. And I'll take a separate session for patent. Actually, patent, okay, it is a very tough thing, and one has to work a lot. Firstly, you should have a novelty, like any invention or technology which has not been used in the country. It has to be a novel. There should be some technical advancement, and one should have a industrial application. Then only it is patentable. Okay, somebody asked, okay, either things clear.
This question was raised at the initial phase.
Okay, somebody, okay, that if this criteria is fitted, okay, then patentable. Okay, that slide on, okay, I'll tell you, patent is what is having an industrial application, and there is a novelty, and there is a physical thing. Copyright is if it is a software, and any innovative trade, and a trademark means your icon or your logo. Okay, that is a trademark. And there is a design specification means, like say this bottle, this bottle, see, it has got a proper shape. So somebody, maybe this company has taken, that lychee company, they have taken the design copyright. Nobody else can make this sort of design. This is design copyright. So, and there is a geographical indication, GI. Okay, that is like say Darjeeling tea or Assam tea or West Bengal's Rasagolla. Okay, these are geographical indication. Okay, to some extent, if it is
Yes,
clear,
sir.
or we can take separate session for patent, and okay, I can tell you I can explain how you can prepare a worksheet so that you yourself will judge whether your idea is patentable or not. If you can fill up that sheet yourself, then you yourself will tell that, okay, it is patentable or not.
That would be great, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
We can go for another session in which we can deal with all these questions.
yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So if there are no more queries or questions left, then we can just end our session today.
Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you all for participating in the section, and thank you for being present in this event. And with this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you so much, sir, for your all the valuable insights and the things that you
Okay.
have said. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, all student, all faculty member. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am. Okay. Thank you, Shimang Supan. Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
for your insights, Jason. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So we'll stop now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Acha, we have to stop the recording.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop the recording.